Welcome all of you to another episode of Marvel Multiverse Explained, and today's topic is going to be time travel. We have been shown time travel in many ways inside the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and we have seen all of these in many series and movies as well. And in our Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars as well, many concepts of time travel are going to come up. So let's take a look at all these time travels that we have witnessed so far. So before moving forward, please subscribe to the channel and also like the video. Currently, I am the Watcher from C53, and I welcome you all to the Watcher Show. First of all, let's start with Avengers Endgame. So in Endgame, Professor Hulk explained how time travel works in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. He said that traveling to the past does not change the present and the future. The same thing was explained to Hulk by N1 as well. Hulk gave the solution that if the stone is put back here, then this event will be reversed, meaning something like this branch man was not created, and that's it. The reason was Captain America, who went to the past and placed the stones at the same place from where the stones were picked up. In principle, the concept of time travel that is going on here creates an alternate universe on the timelines. How it works, I have also explained it clearly in this episode of Marvel Multiverse. Currently, this is a basic law in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, due to which a time travel creates a multiverse. After this is our all-time favorite Loki. So in Loki Season 2, Marvel gave us a completely new concept of time travel, which was called time slip. And with the help of this power of time slip, Loki can go to any point of time in the timeline anytime. Also, he can send his consciousness to the past and future versions and can also be present there where he was never before. Apart from this, by messing with things in the past, he can also change the events of the present, like we saw in the first episode that Loki talks to Obi in the past and in the present time. Obi remembers that he has talked to Loki about this problem in the past. Mobius also notices this and says that he is talking to you in the past. That is why you are remembering everything about him in the present. All this is the work of Remains, who deliberately gave Loki this power of time slip. Apart from this, Loki can also pause time. Then comes X-Man Days of Future Past. In this movie, Woolen is sent from the future to the past 1973 because thousands of mutants were killed in the future due to the Sentinels, and to reverse this, Woolen was sent to the past. But here Woolen did not go to the past in physical form. Rather, his consciousness was inserted into his past version, his current memory was in his past self, exactly the same as Loki's time slip concept. Now here, this time travel happened due to Kitty Pryde's power, but the question arises whether we will see this thing again. Currently, in this movie, Loven stops everything at the end, and because of this, the entire timeline changes. Overall, these mutates have a new timeline where the danger that came in that future does not exist. But in Marvel Cinematic Universe, time travel does not work like this. Rather, many branch timelines are created, and the timeline in which we are sitting, assuming everything to be correct, is just the result of millions of possibilities. Because the same event has happened in comics as well, where Vulcan traveled many times in time to stop Ultron. And in the end, he also set everything right. But in later comics, it was shown that because of this time travel of Vulcan, many branch timelines were created and many variants of Vulcan were also created. So in Marvel Cinematic Universe or Marvel Comics, time travel does not work like this, that you go to the past, everything changes, and your future changes. Rather, branch timelines are created. Then after this comes Miss Marvel. So in this series, Kamala Khan travels to 1947, when India and Pakistan were divided. There she saw her grandmother, Bachai, who was 5 to 6 years old, and after saving her grandmother, she automatically came to the present time. But then the same issue comes up here, that why no branch timeline was created. There is a reason behind it. And with this theory, I explain to you why this happened, so the hero knows everyone's story, that what is going to happen next with their story. And in the future, there will be a multiversal war, where there will be some ultimate superheroes and some villains along with variants of Kane, Doctor Doom, and superheroes. That's why he chose some such heroic personalities who stood firmly even in front of big villains. That's why the Bangle and Ton risks have been given to those people whose future people will use properly. Then here another question also comes, that if the hero knew that there will be a multiversal war, then why did he let Tony Stark die in the endgame? He could have written Tony Stark's story ensue. such a way that Tony Stark can use the Infinity Stones at zero damage, and he would also remain alive till the multiversal war. Now I have the answer to this too. Hero Menace was from the previous multiverse, and he has also seen the sacred verse of the previous multiverse. So it is obvious that he must have seen RDJ Doctor Doom there as well. And that is why, when Roman created the multiverse again and gave RDJ Doctor Doom the life of Tony Stark, Roman was also afraid that after the endgame, the multiverse will open and many more variants of Tony Stark will be created with many possibilities, and one of them can be RDJ Doctor Doom. Or with these possibilities, one RDJ can become Doctor Doom, as he was present in the previous multiverse war. So only because of this, RDJ Tony Stark was killed early in the timeline by the hero Menace. Now after this comes the Time Stone. So this Time Stone has been used a lot in the first movie of Doctor Strange, as well as it had a very big role in the Infinity War, because only because of this, we saw the Endgame. Well, in the first movie of Doctor Strange, using this Time Stone, Dr. Stage reversed the time in Hong Kong, and Dormammu was there. This time, Stone can both reverse and fast-forward time, as we saw that on this save, time was moved forward and backward many times. The pages of Callistro's book were brought back, which had been destroyed long ago. Overall, the Time Stone can make any object both past and future in time. The quantum tunnel is also an example of time travel, where we saw that a lot of time had passed through Scott Lang. In one moment, he was an old man. In the next moment, he became young. In the third moment, he became a child. Similarly, the Time Stone also worked with Vision. When Thanos had the Time Stone and had already destroyed Vision, then Thanos reversed time and took the Mind Stone from Vision. Then comes Deadpool. So in Deadpool 2, we saw that Deadpool has a watch of Cable, through which Deadpool traveled to the past and saved his wife Bensa, and yes, with the help of this watch, Cable came from the future to the past so that he could share his future with Russell. With the help of this watch, Deadpool did many other crimes in his timeline. He saved his diabetic friend, killed a dumb version of himself, and in Deadpool and Wowan, he wanted to join the Avengers team in 616. But here again, the same question arises that time travel does not work like this in MCU. Then how did Deadpool save his time lance? And how did the one who was roaming around with only Teddy Bear get cured? Here we are getting to see two different paradoxical time travel. The first is in the X-Men universe. The second we are already seeing in the 616 Avengers universe, but how can this happen? Then there can be a simple reason for this theory. Every universe is made up of its own different physical laws. That's why maybe different universes describe their own different concept of time. Then apart from this, we also got to see the time travel concept in Marvel animation, the first we saw in Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. Here because of Doctor Strange, Peter got the power because of the event that was to happen in the future. In the past, Peter was bitten by a spider, and then he became Spider-Man. And in the future, Spider-Man became a part of the same event. We saw something similar in the X-Men 97 animated series as well. Here, time travel happened about 5 times, and due to that, the future was changed. A mutt named Visham traveled from 2030 to 1992 to stop the murder of Senator Calley, because if it had happened like this, the organization of Sentinels was being formed in the future. Here also, the story is the same as X-Men Days of Future Past. Here also, Shab stops mistake because she was killing Callie, and due to this, the whole future changed. But now, when this new timeline was created, a new danger came up, and a completely new virus appeared here. And now, in this new timeline, all the mutt will die by 2050. That's why Bishop traveled again in time. Here, he started working with X-Men and started looking for the cure of that virus and its source. And then it was found out that Apocalypse had spread this virus, and then all the X-Men fought against Apocalypse. And again, this timeline changed, and a completely new timeline was created. And then in the feature of this new timeline, in 3999, the mutons were dying again. And here also a muton named Cable was left. He also time traveled to the past to change his future. Only when he reached here and was fighting with Vulvan, he came to know about the healing factor of Vulvan, and he started using it to evolve the muton genes. And then this card again changed a new timeline. And now, in this new timeline, the Sentinels made a plan to kill Professor X in the past, and then Professor X was killed in 1950. As a result of this, another new timeline was created where there is